Oh, aren't you guys coming up here? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. First of all, I would like to thank Avani and everyone involved in this performance for letting me give a speech. I am extremely honored and humbled to be doing this. We're all gathered here today to see Avani's dance recital, so it's only fitting I share the story of me meeting her for the first time. So when I was in 9th grade, I joined the marching band and I met these two, Matt and Isaac, and I told them, hey, I don't really have a lot of friends. Could you introduce me to some? And so through these two, I met Miss Avani Moore. And I kind of feel bad because when I talked to her for the first time, I accidentally left her on red because I was sleeping in early. But nonetheless, we still became friends and we all hung out together a lot. And yeah, the rest was history. When I was making the speech, there was one question that I really wanted to answer, and that was, how has Avani impacted my life for the greater good? And for me, it was teaching me the ability to be proud of what I love. Seeing Avani showing her love for K-pop and film whenever she goes taught me that it's good to show pride in what you do. Thanks to her not only as a close friend but also as a camera person, I was so confident enough to put my love of Just Dance onto a big projector in my school, which I never thought I'd be ever able to do. I owe so much of my creativity and success to Avani, and I cannot see where life takes her next. And also, Avani, you're doing amazing. Can you hear me? You're doing amazing.
Hi everyone, so if you don't already know me, my name's Isaac, and I've been friends with Avani for about 4 years, so since freshman year. It may not seem like it on the surface, but I think the reason why we've been such good friends is actually because we're really similar. You know, when you look at me, and I love like heavy death metal, and I wear black all the time, and I love Martin Scorsese, and Avani likes K-pop and dancing and all that Marvel movies and stuff like that. It doesn't seem like we're the same, but what I found out when I got to know Avani is that at our core we're both creative and we're both artists, and that's why I look up to her so much and why we've been great friends for so long. Avani is just such an inspiration for me. Her motivation and her drive is just so beyond me, and it makes me want to work harder and be more like her. Not only to get into one of, if not the most prestigious film schools in America, but to be just so talented at all these different things and be doing what she's doing today. It's just so awe-inspiring. And it takes a level of dedication and energy that isn't just rare, but difficult to maintain. I don't think we should just be proud of Avani, as I know myself and my friends and you all are, but we should truly be inspired by her and encouraged to try harder every day and be more like her. It would be a mistake, however, if I only spoke of Avani in this way, because aside from that, she's also been a great friend. She understands me in a way that only, I think, people who are artistic and creative can. I could talk about how she helped me writing or co-directing my first film or discussing literature, but I think the best example is when she helped me psychoanalyze this weird dream I had. And I'll spare you guys the details because I know my friends know what I'm talking about, and it's kind of weird. But basically, she's one in a million, and it takes a special kind of person to have that level of connection, and I'm so glad to have someone like that in my life. And no matter where my life does take me, I'll always need a friend like Avani, and I think all of us do.
So, hi everyone, my name's Matt, for those of you who don't know me. And before I start my speech, can I just get one more round of applause for Avani? Because, I've known this girl for 6 years, and this is a side of her I've really never seen. This is something that, when she first started dancing up here, I was shocked, because this is a girl who I know who makes like jokes at lunch, not a girl who can do something like this. So I'm just really shocked. So I'm gonna start. So like I said, Avani and I have been friends for about 6 years, and it's kind of crazy to think about at this point, because I met her in middle school, and as all of you know, middle school isn't exactly the proudest years of our lives. So I think that seeing her grow and change these past few years has been like a really, really awesome experience, and I'm glad to have been with her for these 6 years. So all of you already kind of know that she's an awesome person. So I'm going to tell you guys some funny stories. I'm going to go with a bit of the theme of good, the bad, and the ugly, but I'll do it in reverse because everyone wants to hear the ugly and the bad first. I think those are the more fun ones. So like I said before, I've known her since we were in 7th grade. For Avani and I, the embarrassment of middle school is best shown through our Halloween costumes in 7th grade. We both made absolute fools of ourselves by dressing up in anime outfits, and we looked way more ridiculous than you could possibly ever imagine. Make sure to ask her for pictures later. I'm sure she'd love for you to see that. But despite our ridiculous looks, we had a total blast hanging out and joking around, and I think that just goes to show how awesome of a person she is. So next we have the bad. This story also takes place in middle school, this time in Mr. Sikowski's history class. This class was rough. We struggled the entire year, and I can confidently say that while Avani helped me with work, her chatting with me ended up making us both procrastinate for hours. This definitely didn't help making the class any easier, but I can say that I remember the things we talked about much more than anything I learned in that class. So finally we get to the good. This is probably the most difficult part of this speech to write, only because there's so many examples of what I can talk about. I could talk about how she supported me through really difficult times, or how she helped me to study, but I think the best way to show how awesome she is by talking about her small acts of kindness. For starters, she lent me this outfit, which I'm wearing today, and I think I'd kind of look like an idiot if I wasn't wearing something this awesome. But aside from that, she helps me pick out nicer clothes because she thinks I dress like a slob. She offered to let me crash on her couch when I'm broke after college, and she doesn't get too mad when I call her short, which she is. But seriously, Avani is one of the best and most inspiring people I've ever met. Her films are awesome, and her impact on my life and the lives of our friends has been immeasurable. I'm glad to be able to call her a friend, and I'm so proud of her today. Thank you.